Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Watercolor Wednesday. I'm Leslie Watkins. I hope everybody's well and that you had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. I had a really nice 4th of July weekend. I visited a nearby garden and spent the day walking around and looking at some incredible designs and plantings, and it was really nice to get out and see what's going on in the world. Today we're going to be painting roses. These roses. These are some of my crocus roses. They're a little bit worse for wear. They have been attacked by Japanese beetles and gypsy moths, and they're kind of on their way out. But they're still beautiful, and they'll still make a wonderful subject. But before I get to the roses, I've got a whole bunch of things to get caught up on with you because I missed you on Monday because of the holiday. And I've just got a lot of things piling up here that I wanted to share with you. And also I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the events that are coming right up and the special deals that are going on right now. So first of all, I want to say thank you so much to all the folks that have been sending me things. And so I've got some cards here that have been coming in for a little while now, but they're still wonderful, and I wanted to share them with you and let you see what other people have been up to. So I have a small team of watercolor painters and card makers and designers. We're called the Dandelion Cottage Design Team. And when the new catalog came out, we had a card swap, and now it's really time to do another one. So Abby, if you're listening, time to do another card swap. But I have a handful of cards that I received that I don't think I've shown you yet, so I want to show them to you quickly. First off, I have this beautiful little pillow gift of a card that Abby made to thank everybody for participating in the swap, and I just love this. It's so pretty, and it's got a little belly band, and it opens up, and then on the inside is a little note that thanks for participating in the Dandelion Cottage Design Team swap. And of course, this design would be perfect for a gift card or some money or any other kind of a little note. You could put a little painting in there, a tag, and that would make a wonderful gift. So this is very sweet. I love this, and I love the colors. They're so pretty. I think that's Bermuda Bay. Here is a card using that diorama cutout, and I didn't do homework to prepare for this, so I don't know the names of all of the stamp sets that I'm using, but all of these stamp sets are available and they're all in the current catalog. I love what she did here is to include another cutout using that diorama die set for the sentiments. Very clever. And if you look closely, you'll see that she's got two-tone of the sparkly metallic ribbon. These are the in colors. These are all the in colors, and they are beautiful. So Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, that green. Oh, okay. This is I haven't had enough coffee yet today to remember everything, so you're just going to have to bear with me. But really cute card. Here's another one, and I love this because what she's done is she's used the cut portion of the die and bumped that up on dimensionals to create a shadow effect. And I love shadow effects, and that's very, very effective. And let's see. Just a single dimensional, and it just is enough to give that lovely effect. And she's got that cute little honeybee. I don't think that they're available anymore, but You could put some other kind of embellishment there. Very pretty. Here's a very easy card to make. This one just uses a punch to punch out a window in the card, and then that same piece can be used for the sentiment, a couple of other punches, and just something that is a quick and easy way to make a cute card and show off some of the designer series paper. Now I've got some thank yous from people for various things, and this one is from Cheryl, and it's beautiful. She's got a beautifully textured embossed paper in the background. She's got this nice die cut border, the beautiful DSP, another die cut label, and these beautiful little flowers stuck up on there. Very, very pretty for a little thank you card. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Oh, this is a fun card. So here's an envelope, okay, that's well stamped, all right, with a really cute postage stamp on it as well. And this was a congratulations card. Look at this. How cool is that, huh? So this was a card that my upline sent me to congratulate me, and anyway, she says a lot of nice things in there, but look how pretty that is. So there's the side, so you can see the construction. Here's a card that has been stamped with a two-step stamp process. Okay, I think this is hand-penned stamp set. And oh, this is so sweet. So this is from one of the DDMs from Stampin' Up. This is from Kate Spackman, and she came to one of my team meetings on Zoom and was a lovely guest speaker, and we had a really good time with all the various presentations that went on that evening. And she sent me this beautiful thank you card. What I love about this is having that toned background. I really like that. So she's using crumb cake, and then she's using all these other techniques on here, the stamping, the blends. She's even got some of the chalk marker, which sadly is no longer available. I love that thing. I didn't use it enough when we had it, but it's a really nice tool to put highlights on darker toned backgrounds. So thank you so much, Kate. This is beautiful. I love it. Here's a card. This is a card from Rhonda, and beautifully done. Very simple but very effective. She's using that stitched die for the background, which is so pretty, and then the card has been stamped using all the new in colors with just a little die cut of the flower, and that's popped up on a dimensional with the ribbon, the twine. And this little thank you card. So thank you so much, Rhonda. Beautiful card. I so appreciate everything you do. Here is a card from Carol. Carol might even be out there. Let me take a quick look, see if by any chance. I see Julia. Hey, Julia. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for that beautiful card. Oh, yeah, the bears are back in force. No, it went through the mail perfectly. So hi, Becky. Hi, Beverly. So Carol isn't here right now, but here's a beautiful card from Carol. And again, she's doing that tone background with the stamping, which I love. So she must have known that. I must have said something. But anyways, again, how effective is that beautiful embossed background with the basket weave effect, the beautiful flowers, a little bit of ribbon, and it just makes, oh, and she's got the nice stamping on the inside as well. And you can really see what that embossed folder looks like. So thank you very much, Carol. And I do appreciate seeing what you're all doing. So that's it for the show and tell portion. I want to remind everybody that this week's watercolor card club subject is white peonies. And this was a really big lesson. It's actually still available, it's still going on. And it's a little more advanced than usual, but I have a number of people in the watercolor card club who were ready for it. So if you're a beginner watercolor, don't be frightened away by the amount of information there. It's really important to begin to learn the vocabulary and to just get an idea of what's possible. So I always think it's a great thing for people at all levels to be together because we all learn from one another. And having said that, I am thinking about creating a beginning watercolor class just for people getting started. So if you're interested in that, please go to my website at dandelioncottagedesign.com and be sure to subscribe to notes because I've got a lot of stuff coming up, and I let you know about what's going on by sending you an email with the listings of all the things that you may be interested in. So whether it's the watercolor card club, a card making class, just seeing what's going on here at Dandelion Cottage, please go ahead and subscribe to notes so that I can let you know what's going on. And there are some really awesome special deals that I'm going to talk about in just a minute. But anyway, if you are interested in learning more about the Watercolor Card Club, there are some posts here on my Facebook page that you can scroll down a little bit and find the link. And then after I make today's video, I will be posting a lot of links to all the different things that I'll be talking about today. So the white peonies are sadly gone, but I do have some good photo reference, and I was able to get a few paintings in while they were still going. The other thing I want to talk about is Celebration has just started, and Celebration is a big sale. It's going to continue on through the end of August. And what it means is that anytime you go shopping for any of the products that are currently available, okay, so this is the annual catalog. There's also a mini catalog that has holiday items in it as well. It's loaded with stamps, dies, all kinds of ideas for cards. And then in the back, you get into the tools section. And so here is an idea of all the different colors that the papers, the inks, and the ribbons and so forth come in. They're all coordinated. There are adhesives, storage systems, watercolor pencils, other tools and supplies, decorative papers. It goes on and on and on. Okay, so embellishments. I have put together a short list of some of the tools that I recommend. They include the paper trimmer, bone folder, snips, and good glue. And with just some kind of papers, envelopes, watercolor paper, you can get started making things with wonderful professional looking results. So if anybody is interested in learning more about celebration, learning about how to get a starter kit, please contact me. Send me an email, direct message me, call me, whatever works best for you, and I will answer your questions as best as I can. So during celebration, with every $50 or $100 order that you place, you also get to select free items. So there are free stamp sets, there's free dies. You can select these with a $50 order. There are beautiful designer series papers, lots of stamps. Here are some envelopes and note cards. I'm going to be doing something with those very soon. And much more. Here's a die set with a little camper. I have a really cute idea for this coming right up, maybe Monday. And for $100 order, you can get this beautiful floral stamp set and this beautiful designer series paper. And this is 12 by 12 double-sided, beautiful archival paper. So the quality is really top-notch with all these things. So that's celebration. And I also want to mention that, again, I have a design team. It's the Dandelion Cottage design team. And when you join my team and you join Stamping Up, you're eligible for a really fantastic deal, because you will be able to get a substantial discount on the products that I use to create the cards that you see me making. And you'll also have a lot of different benefits that come both with Stamping Up and also with the Dandelion Cottage design team. So for instance, if you're somebody who's interested in watercolor painting, you get a monthly subscription to the Watercolor Card Club for free as a team member. And that's not all. There's a bunch of other things, too many things for me to go into, but there will be a link below with a list of all of the benefits from both me and from Stamping Up. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is, for this month, you can get, in addition to your starter kit and all the other benefits, you get this beautiful planner. And this is a really well-made planner. It has a magnetic closure. Okay, it's nice and padded. It's a good size. It measures approximately about 8 by almost 10. And I've already started using mine, so mine's got some things in it. But it's got a place for your pen, your calendar, of course. It's got this pocket on the inside cover. And I have some pages, some notes. I have my stickers. Okay, so all these things are tucked in like so. There's a place here that I could put other cards, and I'm not sure what I would put in there, but I will. Here's an idea. How about a Post-it note? That would work nicely. Okay, and you've got your calendar. You've got your pages for your notes. You've got your monthly focus page. You've got your double-sided full month at a view, priorities, your weekly pages, and so forth and so on. And I just have a portion of the year in here. I have about, looks like 6 months, but the planner actually comes with 18 months of pages and tabs. So you can get a very comprehensive list of what you have coming up in the upcoming year. And then in the back, I have a notebook tucked in, and I'm going to be using this for my so monitoring my sales, my to-do list, maybe making a bullet journal. And this one, these notebooks come with the planner. There are 3 of them. This one has lines. There's another one with the grid, and then there's another one with just a blank page, and I just have that tucked in here. So anyway, I am a planner person. I love planners. My planner is always pretty much within arm's reach, and I'm looking forward to using this planner. So once again, this planner with all of the pages, the notebooks, the stickers. Did I show you this ruler? Where's the ruler? This ruler that can be a page bookmark is something that you can get for free when you sign up with Stamping Up and as a team member of the Dandelion Cottage Design Club, our team. And I would so love to have you. So if there's any kind of questions, contact me, let me know. I'd be more than happy to walk you through it. If you need help signing up, I can do that with you as well. So don't hesitate. I've got a lot coming up, and my team meets once a month. We have a wonderful meeting. We have creative challenges. We have card swaps. We have guest speakers speak about creativity and business for those who are interested in holding parties and sharing the products from Stamping Up. So all of those things will be listed below. All right, well, I think that covers the business end of things. And if you've been hanging out and waiting patiently for the flower patient portion of the show, we're just about to begin. So here are my roses. So these crocus roses start out with a very pale, buttery yellow kind of a center. And then as they age, they have this kind of creamy caramel apricot color. And I just love that about them. This other filler flower here is called Alchemia. And I just have that kind of growing all over the place at Dandelion Cottage. It self-seeds and it's very pretty. And it makes for a wonderful bouquet. Because we're working with roses, I thought what I would do today would be to use my rose journal. And I had the idea that I want to do a double page spread. So I'm going to pull out a piece of paper, and I just have this tucked in with the elastic so I can add and remove paper as I need to. And I'm going to do a nice long design. And off to the side here, I've got my paints, red, yellow, and blue. Got a paintbrush. This is a number 7. And I've got a pencil. So let me just get a sip of coffee to begin. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Excuse me. So what I have in mind here is just a kind of a sweep. So I'm just going to begin with a kind of a movement, a gesture, and then I'll begin to locate some of my flowers on here. Alright, so that's the basic placement. And then some leaves. You know, when you are doing these sketches in your sketchbook, I think it's important to remember that it's the journey, not the destination, okay? It's the pleasure is in the doing. So don't get hung up on trying to make something perfect or worried about how something looks. It's not what it's about. And you know, you can choose whether you want to share your paintings with someone else or not. It could be just for your eyes only. So relax, look closely at your subject, get to know it, let your mind wander. Maybe the roses or whatever it is that you're painting will bring back memories, and it's just a really great quality me time, and do a lot of them. Do a lot. You know, don't just do one careful. Go do some exercises. So do a whole bunch of little thumbnails and just play with color and texture and brush strokes and see what you can do. And those little sketches that you do may not turn out to be something that would make a picture that you would hang on the wall, but it might be perfect for a note card, or maybe a portion of it would be nice for a note card, and you could just cut out the section that you like. All right, so that's my basic sketch. I'm just going to mix a pale green, and I'm just going to start indicating where my leaves are. And I'm using my brush now as if it were a pencil, and I'm just painting dry. Okay, in other words, I didn't pre-wet the paper. Now these the Alchemia flowers are these wonderful kind of chartreuse, and I'm just going to indicate I don't want to draw too much attention to them away from the roses, so I'm just going to kind of indicate them in the background as a just a kind of a cloud of color. One of the classes I have coming right up, and in fact, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because I'm going to be giving you a flip through of the journal that I made with the Sentimental Rose Kit, and I'm going to be offering a class on how you can make a journal just like it. And this journal can be, well, I won't talk too much about it until I get it out. But it could also be converted into a garden sketchbook, and I'm going to show you how to do that by using watercolor paper in the journal so that you can have your own little sketchbook to take with you into the garden or the park or just at your kitchen table. Did I say how much I love the color of these roses? I know I say it every time. I do. They're so kind of old-fashioned looking and romantic to me. I like them a lot. Okay, I'm going to give you a little close-up for a minute just so that you can see what I've done so far. It's not much, but it's just enough to for me to follow like a guide or a map. I know where everything is. I'm just going to check to see if there's any questions over here because I know I've got a few of you watching and there might be a question. Yeah, vintage. Oh, Beverly, good, you got the kit. Yeah, and also if you did not get the kit, they're still available, and I also have some available as well. So I just wanted to make sure that in case there was a run on kits, because sometimes things get very popular and they go on back order. So I wanted to make sure that I had plenty. So I do. So don't, if you're out there and you need a kit, no worries. I've got it for you. I'm increasing my colors now, adding a few more details. Paying a little more attention to my drawing. Also, I forgot to mention, did you know it's International Watercolor Month? It is, which is something I'd never heard of before. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of watercolor activity going on the YouTube channels and the Facebook groups. We do have quite a few watercolor supplies to help get you started. So if you need a set of water painters or the Fluid 100 watercolor paper, spritzers, maybe you're interested in watercolor pencils. That's another video I'm going to have coming up very soon, demonstrating how to use the watercolor pencils. So lots going on. As always, the summers just seem to be so jam-packed with so much stuff. It's hard to keep up. All right, now I think I want to get some of these stems in here, so I'm just going to indicate how that stem is going. I want to make sure I pay attention to my flowers. And some of these younger flowers have more of that warm yellow, so I can add a little touch of that. Remember, I'm only using red, yellow, and blue here. You know, it's not, I don't always just use red, yellow, and blue, but I do tend to keep to a very limited palette. I think that for me, the tones are more important in depicting form and space, and the color is like the icing on the cake. So I'm going to mix up a little cool tone here. So I'm making a very pale, kind of a blue violet, and I'm just going to put some touches of that here and there. And actually, the Alchemia is a perfect candidate for adding some little, it's a little dark, just lighten that up a bit. Perfect candidate for adding some little texture kind of spots here and there. And then finally, I'm just going to add some nice, rich accents in the shadows. And I would just continue on doing my careful observation, pulling my design together, and just adding more paint as I go along. So I'm going to stop here because I want to get to the flip through. I told you, bring coffee today. I have a lot of things to share with you. So, so I'm just going to put this aside to dry. Okay, but that's how I would get started doing a rose picture. So there it is. That's the beginning. I wouldn't do too much more to it. Have to fix this. There we go. It's better. Just need a little more oomph. All right, and then, of course, when it was dry, you could take your page and add it to your book, like so. Okay, and there's room if you want to put some notes. Maybe you want to put a quote or a verse. Maybe just some thoughts that you're having with the date, where you were, what you're painting. Okay, and then you end up with a nice little journal that you can look back on. So that's the idea of keeping a sketchbook, a little journal. Let me check my questions. Oh, Becky's interested in watercolor pencils. They can be a lot of fun, Becky, especially if you're working outside and you just want to bring something quick and easy with you. Absolutely. Beverly, you make your sketching come alive when the paint hits the paper. Well, you know, that is one of the really exciting things about watercolor, is that the paper is part of the process. So the way the paint actually moves on the paper, what the atmosphere is like, how much moisture is in the air, all those things affect it and make for wonderful, unexpected things, which is a lot of fun. All right, well, I don't see any questions at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and do the flip through. This is going to be pretty fast. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. I'm just going to go right through it. But what I will say is that you can decorate your journal with just the elements from the Sentimental Rose Kit alone and make a really very pretty journal. And of course, this can be customized as much or as little as you would like. I've added just a handful of other products to be able to give it a hard cover, ribbon closure, and there are some dies that I've added for tags and pockets and things like that. But by and large, everything is already in your kit. And I did paint the cover using the inks. So this is not a watercolor per se. It's actually an ink painting, and I used the mint macaron, the flirty flamingo, calypso coral, and the so saffron, which are the colors that coordinate with the kit. So it's a very, very pretty palette. And so in this kit, I used papers from the kit, but you could also add your Fluid 100 or your Shimmery White to make it a watercolor journal. So I'll be talking more about that in the class and showing you some additional examples. But let's do this, and then afterwards, all of the information that I talked about today will be posted below in the description, so you don't have to write anything down. It'll all be available, and you'll just be able to click on the various links to get to where you need to go to find out more. Oops, I've got a note in here. Note to self. So that's the journal. This is just the beginning, but there's lots of cute ideas in here to get you started. And I will be offering a class on how to make this, along with all of the extra items that you'll need to include in addition to your kit. And if you don't already have a kit to begin with, I will have kits available as well. Please go to dandelioncottagedesign.com and subscribe to Notes so that you can get on the mailing list and learn more about this upcoming Sentimental Rose journal class. And there will also be, I'm hoping that if enough people participate, that we'll also have a journal challenge so that you can enter your journal for a drawing for a nice prize. So that was a long day today. Thank you so much for meandering through all the different things I wanted to talk about today. I'm so glad you all joined me, and I will see you again on Monday for Marvelous Monday. Stay well, stay happy, stay creative, and I will see you next time.